Hey guys, welcome back to Prepping in Progress. I'm Kim.
And I'm Steve.
And today we are stacking food to the rafters.
Nice.
Well, at least to the basement.
Well, basements have rafters.
Kind of, sort of. But no, we're mylaring up food today. We do this, we try to get at least some done every couple of weekends or so. Y'all have seen us do other videos while we're mylaring food, and today it's a work day for us, but we wanted to also sit down and talk to you while we're working. And so come along with us and have a sit down.
Yes, let's mylar.
That's mylar.
And talk.
Okay, a lot of people have seen us do mylar bags, and I wanted to share kind of a funny story before we get started working. Y'all saw in the last video, and I was kind of showing off my mylaring skills. I had showed y'all a bag of beans that was a brick, and I might even put the video in there, I don't know, but y'all probably seen it where I was showing off, this is what it's supposed to look like. It's like a solid brick, no air in there, it's perfect.
Pride goeth before a fall.
Pride goeth before a fall. I left this bag on the kitchen table. And as you can tell, it is no longer a brick. I will explain what happened to my brick of beans. I have a putty tat. The cat got up and all he had to do is step on it. His little claws went into it. Popped your little mylar, and there went my oxygen absorbed perfect brick of beans. So please guys, please make sure after you mylar, put it in some sort of container that is, what would you call it?
Putty tat proof?
Putty tat proof. But also keeps rodents. It's very easy to puncture through these mylar bags. As we found out, you could barely see the hole. I mean, that's it. That's all it took. You can't even really see it. And it's literally just the smallest little hole. And that's all it took for this to be having to be redone. So this is on the list of things to do, is to fix this one. But we also got a bunch more food brought in. And like we got black-eyed peas. I got these for 88 cents a pound. It's awesome, right? So
nice.
I got 6. So we're going to be doing 3 pounds, our little small ones like we've showed you we've done before. Little 3 pounds each, and our little 1 gallon mylar bags. Just because it's easier, like I said, when you grab these. I haven't really been able to find a place where I can buy stuff like this in bulk. So when I catch it on sale like I did, I buy a few and put them back.
And if any of you have a source,
please let me know. I've been looking for a good bean source. I mean, the closest thing we have a Sam's Club. We have a Sam's Club membership because we do buy, and we get a lot of deals from Sam's Club, and now that they're also doing a lot of their stuff is free shipping, we don't even have to drive the hour and a half that it takes us to get to Sam's Club. We just have it brought straight here to the house. We're not having to waste gas. And that's the other thing we're going to be mylaring. Right click, you want to show them the big bags that we got?
gas? We're mylaring gas?
No, I said we don't have to spend money on gas.
Oh, the big bag.
The big bags.
The big bag.
Now we got these shipped for free from Sam's Club. They're 25 pounds. This one is the white corn grits, which I thought this was really cool. We only paid $15 for this from Sam's Club, which I thought was Prairie Mills. And yeah, 25 pounds for only $15. I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then we got the other one from the same company. I know, right? You get the other one? It looks identical, I know. Okay, it looks identical, but that one is yellow self-rising cornmeal.
The thump you heard was the other bag falling.
This one was only $16 from Sam's Club. Like I said, and both of them were shipped free to the house. So that's what we're going to be putting. They've already been in the freezer. They're good to go. And so we're going to be able to mylar them up. Would you stop it? But while we're working, anyway, While we're working, we wanted to talk to y'all about something that, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever particularly got this question, but it is an implication that people have. They may not say it outright, but it's kind of an undertone for a lot of people of why they don't prep. And that is, what if nothing happens?
So that's what we're going to be talking today. But first, I've had an interesting day and I'm taking over.
I'll get to work then.
Yeah. No, on one of our videos, we had a comment and it kind of shook me up. The first line was, having grown up in Cuba, people don't know what bad is. And I, replied to the comment and checked out one of this channel's videos. I'm going to put a link to Alaska Dream Life.
He is hilarious, by the way.
And the video, 5 tools needed for Alaska. There's a little bit of language in it. If you're sensitive, you shouldn't be on YouTube. Go and watch this. Have a laugh. Check out his channel. Wow, that was cool.
We enjoyed. We're binging at the moment.
Yes. So there's that. There's a shameless plug for someone else. Couple questions.
Yeah.
Since we're about to talk about the subject for the day, how many buckets do we have downstairs? Oh, from just the last month or so?
From the last month?
Yeah.
Well, I just put back 2 buckets of white rice today.
Okay.
And I did one earlier in the month. And then I did a pinto beans earlier this month as well. And I did a bucket of oats earlier this month.
Okay.
So 5.
5.
And we're getting ready to do 2 more.
Okay, so that'll be 7. I was reading that you need 24. No, I wasn't reading. Bear told me. You need 24 buckets of food per person per year. So we're at 7. So we're about a quarter of a year
You're doing all right.
just in the month.
I think I can fit more in here.
I think you can too. So between here, the cabin, the off-site locations.
Yeah, we have more. We do a lot more, I guess, containers, more of this size, just because when we were first getting started prepping, it was much easier on our budget because we were working on getting out of debt. And so we still wanted to prep. We didn't want to put off putting food back, but it was more one of these, and then we'd fill up a tub, put that tub aside. We have probably, oh Lord, I don't even know how many buckets we have at the cabin because it's been years. We've been just kind of putting stuff up there. But yeah, we started out doing this. Now that we've got finances kind of better, we're able to put, I don't know if I say more back, because we were putting back quite a bit, but larger quantities at one time. So we're able to amp it up a lot more.
So you're telling me that we have hit our 1-year food goal and then some?
I don't know. I'd have to add it all up, but I think if nothing else, we're at least very close.
I think we're doing the math. I think we're over a year's worth.
Now, is that 45? How many did you say?
24?
24 buckets per
5
person?
Per person.
So I don't think we're at quite a 24 per person because we have 4 members in our family.
Okay.
So that'd be almost 100 buckets. But we're getting there.
So cool story, bro. I can at least survive and the rest of us can starve. So, love you, Bear.
And you know what I did?
What did you do?
I forgot to write on it. Here, give me my marker. This is going to be some scribbles. Okay, but anyways, what the subject was we were going to talk about is all the food and everything we put back. You know, people let us like we're kind of on the off side. And they don't outright say. They don't outright say what's the point. But it is heavily implied, right? that it's kind of pointless what we're doing, that nothing's gonna happen, you'll be fine, or if nothing else, you know, what if something ever happens? Do you feel like you've wasted your time prepping? So let me go grab, or can you grab? We're gonna seal it. Ooh, I can't seal it. Never mind. I don't have my oxygen absorber in it. Got me all discombobulated. But I don't know if anybody else has kind of gotten, not necessarily somebody saying it outright, but a lot of people kind of have that impression that because it's so unlikely, you know, these big catastrophic events. I mean, we're talking end of the world as we know it, you know, world without rule of law, it's Mad Max all over again. If it doesn't come to that, then what's the point of all this years worth of food, 7 years worth of food, you know, whatever it may be? Do you feel as if we go to our graves and nothing ever happens, do you feel like we wasted our time?
Wow. Well, I would have to say no. You know, I'm sure we're going to get into the insurance policy analogy. But I'm gonna make this a little more personal for me. How long ago did I move to Arkansas?
I did it again.
You forgot the oxygen absorber, right?
No, I forgot, right.
Well, as long as you can read your
But you
handwriting.
go ahead and go. I'll write while you talk.
Okay. The reason I moved to Arkansas, I was going through a personal SHTF, was in a very bad position and needed to get out of an environment. Walked away from work, walked away from just about everything I had and started over. Thankfully, I had a place to go. I mean, I had a bug out location.
1 second, we have a daughter. Don't mind her. Emily!
Yeah?
I'm recording. Oh. Teenagers. It's a trap.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
My family had set up a location that I could live at, you know, and I bugged out to it. And I was able to find work, but it was not at the income that I was used to. And I have yet, how many years later? Well, we've been together 10, so 15 years later, I have yet to buy toilet paper there. Now, that seems like nothing, right? Except 15 years of not buying toilet paper, 10 years being with you, so when we were there, 4 people, you know, using facilities. You guys figure out...
And there's been food there since I've been there.
Yeah. You know, you do the math, and how many thousands of dollars did we already have laid up? That first 5 years that I was there by myself, I didn't have to buy what some would call a necessity.
A lot of your basics were supplied.
You know, the water, I didn't have a water bill. Electricity, I was able to keep it to a bare minimum just by turning off lights when I left rooms.
Buckets of detergent, like we still are working through buckets and buckets of detergent.
Now we need to start cycling that out too, because
It's not washing as well anymore.
it's turning to bricks, and you have to take a knife and break it
Gotta
up.
break it up.
It's got some moisture in it. So, if the end of the world as you know it, you know, the Red Dawn, the Mad Max never happens, Is it pointless? No. You're going to face trials, tribulations throughout your life, and always having a fallback is a good thing. We've started putting back a lot of what we used up there, and we've built up there stores and stores.
Trying to add back to it.
But that's the thing, guys. For me, on that one, it's important to have that at your back. That, I guess you want to use the insurance policy metaphor.
That's my favorite go-to is I have car insurance, I have health insurance, I have homeowners insurance. And if I go to my grave with never having to use any of those, would I regret buying them?
No.
And I see that in the same sense. I see this as peace of mind. Your health insurance, you're buying peace of mind. Your car insurance, you're buying peace of mind. Your homeowner's insurance, whatever it may be. It is purchasing peace of mind that is, if something were to happen, you have something to fall back on. Our preps are survival insurance, thriving insurance. It is so, if something were to happen, we have peace of mind that my kids, our kids, are not going to starve to death.
Yeah.
That is such an immense relief. And even if we have little small scenarios like you were talking about that only affect us and nobody outside of here, we have that peace of mind insurance. It is insurance that we can dip into. It is insurance that is not going to penalize us for getting into it early.
There's no deductible.
There's no deductible. It's, to me, it's about the same cost. I just told you, we put back 100 pounds of rice, and we're about to put out back 50 pounds of grains there, corn grains. So it's 150 pounds of food that we're going to put back in one day. Do you know how much that 150 pounds of food cost us?
I don't.
Let's see. I'm just going to get my math right. For 50 pounds, for 100 pounds, it was $45. And add 16 more, that would be what?
100 plus 16 is
No, the $45.
Oh, 45 plus 16, that would be 51, 61.
$61. $61. We put back 150 pounds of food.
Double check that, because like I said on the treadmill a while back in one of our early videos,
Math is not a strong
math
suit.
is not my strong suit.
Well, I added it up.
Check my
Added up
math.
for one 50-pound bag of rice, and then 25 pounds of the grits and 25 pounds of the cornmeal. So that'd be 100 pounds altogether for $45. Add another thing of rice, and it'd be $61 for 150 pounds of food.
Okay.
Tell me, you go put that back 1 month. That's about what people pay in car insurance a lot of times.
I'm curious.
He's got to check his math.
No.
Think about it. If you're only doing that once a month, putting back $60, and if that's too much, there are ways to do it where you're breaking it up a little bit more. But that's about what I pay in car insurance. And everybody's like, when either you're playing terribly or went through the roof, it doesn't matter. Mine's about actually closer to about $70 a month that I pay for car insurance. But I have insurance of a different kind by putting back that almost exact same amount. That peace of mind from that, just putting back food, and we're not even talking about the bullets and Band-Aids, but just having food stored back, because I think that's one of the most important. It is food storage. It is some of the cheapest insurance you could be buying. And just working, like you said, just working towards 150-pound bag from Sam's Club of long grain white rice is $16 plus tax. There's your $20 prep, 50 pounds of food. And now if you can only buy it one bag at a time as you can, go for it. slowly fill that bucket up. And once you get one filled up, feel really proud of yourself that you were able to do that. But it doesn't take substantial amounts of money. I don't see us hurting in any kind of way when it comes to finances. We're actually doing really, really well because part of our prepping is getting rid of debt, which we paid off a bunch of stuff this month. I'm not going to mention what we paid off, but we paid off some more stuff this month. And I'm like, yeah, that's another one bites the dust. But that's part of it, is part of becoming more self-reliant and having that insurance policy in our back pocket. So is any of the stuff that we do a waste of time? I don't think so. And a lot of preppers out there, I'm sure you all don't think so. And so...
Well, and keep in mind, when you're doing food prep, choose foods that you actually will eat.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be sitting there at the end of the world going, why did I prep this food? You know.
That's why I did the grits, because I want some grits and some cornbread.
You know, Southern cooking. You gotta love it.
Southern cooking.
You know, but that's the thing, you know, with prepping what we like,
Mm-hmm.
we cycle through our preps. We lay it up for years. And there is not going to be a case of, do we really have to crack this bucket open? So
I can't hardly keep my daughter out of the rice. And she has rice like every morning. It's her favorite breakfast. She loves adding like different seasonings and sauces to it. It's hilarious to see her making her concoctions out of the white rice. But she's going to be fine with having buckets and buckets of rice.
you know, we're going back to the insurance analogy for a second. Deductibles. You know, recently I had something weird happen and there was a shatter on my Jeep's windshield. So I called my insurance agent. And I've got some of the best insurance out there on that thing, okay? And I was told, well, you've got a $500 deductible. Let me put you in touch with Safelite Auto Glass. And the Safelite guy comes on and goes, sir, I can do the job for $486. Insurance isn't going to touch it, and if you file a claim, it's going to be a ding on your insurance. So I thanked my insurance agent for putting me in contact, and we stopped right there. And I drove up there, and thank you, Safelite, rather than putting in the Jeep
name brand
windshield that had a cute little emblem of a Jeep grill above the where the rear view mirror attaches to the little Jeep climbing up the corner of the windshield. They cut the bill down to about $250. Okay. So yeah, I'm kind of playing them, but I'm trying to put this in perspective. I have insurance, but in order to use my insurance, I have to bring something out of my pocket. I have to jump through hoops. In order to use this insurance, I walk to the pantry and open something. There is no deductible.
Speaking of that, grab a bucket. Kind of show you. I don't know if y'all have seen us do our myline stuff before. Super simple. This one is the 5-gallon Mylar bag and 5-gallon bucket from Walmart. So nothing much at all to it. We're going to be filling these up with our corn grits so we can have corn grits and at the end of the world as we know it, or next week. We haven't figured out which one we're going to.
Now, question. You went out and bought special gamma lids for these?
Nope. The gamma lids ones are downstairs. We're trying out both. Downstairs with our rice and beans, our big 50-pound bags that we're buying. We bought, Sam's Club again had their gamma lid buckets, food grade, on sale. Those, as I understand it, here, do you want the scissors?
No.
You got it? As I understand, you don't have to Mylar those, and correct me if y'all hear it wrong, but food grade buckets I don't have to Mylar, and then I've got the Gamma Seal lids on top of it. And so we've been doing that with our rice and beans, our big, so we can just pour our bags in those. But for our cheap buckets,
grits,
because these are not food grade, these are just the cheap buckets, we're pretty much putty tap proofing. It is the Mylar that's going to be keeping them airtight, light tight, and everything, and keeping them food grade here.
Roger.
So these don't have to be if you have the Mylar. If you're using food grade buckets with the Gamma Seal lids, you don't need to use the Mylar. So it's that's as I understand it. So don't say, well, Miss Kim on Prepping in Progress says I don't need. Just do your own research when it comes to stuff like that, but that's what we've been doing. So we got grits.
You holding it?
I'm holding it. Let's get some grits in here. Look how good those look. Oh, that looks great. Look at all that food. Okay.
Okay.
That looks good. Yeah, we'll just have to shake it down a little bit. Yeah, we'll just have to shake it down a little bit. Get it down into the crevices. But this is what we're gonna do. That looks really good.
Please don't grab the handle.
Sorry. I just did stop it.
No, my fingers were down there.
Anyways, guys, this has really gone on really long. So we're gonna finish working. I really want to thank y'all for joining us and get you to think about it. Do you think if absolutely nothing ever happens, was it worth it? So y'all tell us down in the comments.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe.
Do all of the things.
I'm putting the t-shirt link in the description.
Yeah, this really helps the channel. So it's just through Teespring. So we just get some proceeds if you buy one. It's not a whole lot, but every little bit helps if y'all want to support the channel. That's an easy way to do it, is go buy you really cool, so everybody knows they should be warned that there is prepping going on. And so,
and be sure to check out Alaska Dream Life.
we'll put the link down. Yeah.
I'll put the video up. It was, I'm still chuckling. So.
And if you're watching, we really do enjoy it. So.
Have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.